So this part of my yard over here is where my greenhouse is going. So what I need to do is dig up some strawberries, a few perennials that are back, well, way back there in that area, and basically just start tearing this down. There are a couple of peppers I want to try to overwinter that are planted out there. So basically that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be digging up peppers and transplanting strawberries and perennials that need to come out of this yard. Let me give you a quick overview. I've got some peppers there I want to overwinter. I need to dig up these strawberries, remove those cinder blocks. There's some irises here. Oh, sorry, I'm adjusting my camera. There are some irises here and some glads here that I need to dig up and move. There's some stone. This area is just so overgrown. We've got all this lemon balm here. We're just going to be mowing it down because we've got lemon balm in other places. Over here we've got all these rocks that are in the ground. We'll be moving those, and then I've got a couple perennials over here that are being drowned out by weeds, but I'm going to move, like this liriope, and let's see if I can find this astilbe. I've got a couple of astilbes buried down in here. Oh, there's one. Right here. So I'll be digging those up and moving them. Alright, I'm down here in front of those perennials I dug up. It ended up being a big old clump of the blue eyes grass. And these astilbes broke off into 4 pieces. I'm convinced there's another one over there. I can't find it. I may have pulled the leaves off when I was weeding, and if so, I won't be able to find it until it comes back up. So if it comes back up in the spring, I will move it, and if it ends up being underneath something and therefore dying, I guess I'm just going to have to be okay with that because I can't find it. This ended up being 4 because this one broke off into 3 separate pieces, so I'm going to plant it as 3 separate pieces. So I guess now I will just take you up and take you down, because some of them are going in the bottom field and the liriope is going in the top field. So we'll go transplant these to their new home. So we will be going down here, and I will be planting the astilbes underneath these pine trees here where I've got the other ones. I'll just take you down and show you. I've got these astilbes already here. Of course, they've already bloomed. I've got astilbes, a lady's mantle, some hostas, and some Coleus. So I'm just going to kind of put those astilbes over in this area, I think. Kind of in this area here, because it seems to be a spot that it would go. And I think I'm going to dig up this Coleus because it's pink, and it's the only pink one that came out of the whole bunch. So I might dig it up and overwinter that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get these astilbes in the ground. There's really not much to see, so after that I'm just going to take you to the top and show you where I'm going to put that liriope. I think that's how you say it. That's how I say it. I say it liriope. Alright, so I have this liriope here. We're going to put it in this bed right here because There's already one growing here. And this bed doesn't look like much. But once it's weeded and mulched, it will be so much prettier. Alright, here's that one transplanted. Don't know if you can see it, but my black and blue salvia is blooming. Giving a last push for the year. Alright guys, on to the next project. Also, it is the time of year where we have to start bringing in firewood for the evening time, so that's another little chore that starts up this time of year. Hopefully there is enough pots here. And hopefully you're not too far away to where you can't still hear me. Alright, the first pepper I'm potting up is hot marbles. And the only reason I'm potting this one up is because I used up all my seeds and I didn't save any seeds. So I'm just going to overwinter it. Now the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to plant these. I'm going to give them a week or so to acclimate, and then I'm going to cut them back for the winter and bring them inside. But until then, I'm just leaving them as they are in hopes of causing less shock, and I want to leave them outside in the environment they're used to until they get used to being in the pot, so that way there's less shock from going outside to this full bright sun to inside where it's filtered sun. So what I like to do is pot them up, let them get used to their pot for about a week or so, and then cut them back and move them inside. Okay, the next pepper I'm keeping is this candy cane sweet pepper, and it's an F1 hybrid, but it's variegated. I don't know if that's showing up, and the pepper itself is variegated. I am going to go ahead and pull the fruit off, but once again, otherwise I'm going to just leave the leaves for about a week. Then once it gets acclimated, I'll cut it back and bring it inside. The reason I'm keeping this one is because it's an F1 hybrid, so even though I do have seeds, they might not come back true to the parent. I still want to plant some just to see how it turns out. But I wanted to save one of these just in case it doesn't come out variegated. I know some variegated things have a tendency to want to revert back to green in subsequent generations. I hope you guys are able to hear me because I am kind of sitting a little bit away. And I did dig up the little plant markers with it. There are still some of these plants in the ground. I just took one of the ones I wanted to keep and just left the rest of them for now. They'll die off when they die off. I'm just reusing pots that I got plants in from the nursery. Oh, let's move you out of the way. Okay, I might need to grab a couple more. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to need to grab another pot. Okay, the next one I'm up potting, and this fruit isn't ripe, is this Leysa pepper, L-E-Y-S-A. You probably can't see that. I'll put the spelling on the camera. Want to once again take the fruit off. It's got these kind of unique shaped fruit. They turn red when they're ripe. All of these are sweet peppers except for the hot marbles pepper. And it is very important that you mark these, because once you cut the foliage back and they're just hanging out in your house, you're not going to be able to tell one pepper from the next. The next one is this Murasaki sweet purple pepper. And it gets, I'll go ahead and tear these fruits off. It gets long, skinny purple fruit that kind of looks like a hot pepper, but this is a sweet pepper. Okay, the last pepper I have is this Jimmy Nordello Italian pepper, and it gets long, skinny fruit. They do get bigger than this. Let's pull all the fruit off. Alright, the next thing I want to pot up is this astilbe that came off. I'm going to give this to one of my friends. It's a piece of astilbe that tore off when I was transplanting those other ones. And the last little thing is this Coleus, and I just wanted to keep it because it's pink. It's the only pink one out of the whole package. It never got big enough to flower, so I couldn't save seeds. So I'm just going to pot it up and replant it next summer if it stays alive. Or take cuttings off of it. Apparently these are really easy to take cuttings off of. I've never tried it, but I've heard more than one person say it, so if so, that was a lot. If it is truly easy to take cuttings off of, I might just let it grow a little bit and then start taking cuttings. Either way, these are potted up. I'm going to water them, put them in a spot for about a week, and then cut the peppers back and bring them inside. Cut the plants back. Whenever it's time to do that, I will show you what to do, and if for some reason I forget or if I don't, then there are tons of other videos. Just look up overwintering pepper plants. Alright, I think I'm potting up the stuff that I'm done with the stuff that I'm potting up today. I just got this package in the mail. I ordered some sedum cuttings from Etsy, and I can't remember the name of the shop, so I will put it in the description box, but I wanted to go ahead and just unbox these on film. It is very windy out here, so I hope that you're able to, hold on, Are y'all helping? My puppies are helping. It is very windy out here, so I hope you guys are able to hear what I'm saying over the wind. And from time to time you may hear a tractor in the background because the farmer across the field is cutting hay. This was 10 sedum cuttings. Like I said, I got it from Etsy. I haven't opened it yet. I really almost just went ahead and opened it, but I know that the reactions of it getting opened on camera, They're more authentic. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You don't get the same reaction on camera when you unbox it as to when you just haul it, I guess is what I'm saying. You get those honest, like, this is my first thoughts. Okay, so they came in a box. They were packed with peanuts, and it came with it in this exterior or interior. Oh, there's a piece of paper on the bottom I'm trying to dig out. Christina's Garden. She sent me this. So that just tells me that how to take them out and care for them. I guess I'll just go ahead and read it. Remember that the plants have been inside a dark box during shipping. Allow a couple days for them to recover. If you find any issues at all with your order, please do not hesitate to contact me. It says they were grown with love in sunny California. So, just taking my scissors here and cutting them. Ooh. Okay. Wow. There are definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 or more cuttings, it looks like. And there are only a couple of repeats. I don't know the names of all the types here. One of these are getting ready to bud. I do know that a couple of these look like they aren't hardy in my area, so they will have to be house plants. But the project I was wanting them for, I'm actually wanting to plant them outside, so I may have to order a few cuttings from a different place. But I absolutely love these, so it's not like I'm disappointed that I can't plant them outside. I'm just really, really happy with them. See if you can see all the little... Okay, that's really it for now. For this little section, I just wanted to jump on here and show you some things I got in. I'm going to pot these up and get them growing, and then do some research and see what varieties I have here. I've just popped them out. So, alright, that'll be my next little project. I'm sitting out here in my yard where it's really sunny, and I decided to go ahead and up-pot my succulents. I'm just using these little pots that I saved from other plants that I've had, and I figured that it would give me a chance to show you each individual type, even though I don't have names for them. Maybe you guys can give me the name for it if you know it, but it'll give me a chance to show you each individual type. I'm just putting soil in it. And I will probably put like types together, because there's one that looks like it had a piece fall off, so there's actually 2 of those. And I'll put those together. But I've got this. And I don't know if I should pot them like this, or if I should do the thing where I lay each individual leaf down. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where I would cut these all off and make them their own separate cutting. I really don't know. I don't know how to go about doing it. I think I'll just go with planting it as one individual plant for now, and then when it gets a little bigger I can take cuttings if I need to. Yeah, but this one's kind of got yellow and oranges. Such a hard decision. I just don't know which way to go about it. Now normally I would wet this first, but I forgot to get my watering can, so I'm just going to take these inside and wet them once I'm done. This one looks to be green with some pinkish tips. See, these 2 are the ones in particular that I feel like won't be hardy outside in my zone. Oh, and this other one over here. This one right here. This one won't be hardy in my zone, I can almost guarantee. But I think that I have at least a couple that will be. If not, I know I've got another place that I can get succulents from, and I will make sure that I get ones that are hardy in my zone. I just really like getting surprises like this where I get multi-packs of stuff. Just multiple little cuttings, a little sampler, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to be getting in them. I don't know. That's part of the reason I have the seed club. It's part of the reason I used to get my beauty box when I used to get them. Just like really like the surprise of not knowing what's coming. Okay, that's this one. The next one is this little one here, and this is the one that I think it had a little piece fall off, so I'm going to just put those together in the same pot. So I'm not doing anything special, and I'm not even using special dirt. I know some people use special dirt for their succulents. It's probably better that you do. I just don't. I don't have special dirt right now, so I'm using what I've got. I'm using Pro Mix. I'm not even sure, honestly, that my Walmart sells dirt for succulents because we have limited stock of what we actually get, but Lowe's probably does, so if Walmart doesn't, Lowe's has a wider selection of like soils and stuff, obviously, but I guess that might not be obvious. I don't know. This is the next one that I have. Oh, this looks like a kind of like my Dragon's Blood Sedum. I don't know, it might even be Dragon's Blood Sedum. But it does look like a slightly different color. But I do know that it changes based on where the sun's hitting and what time of season it is. So this one looks like a pink and white variegated. I think I'm going to bottom water these since I didn't get to water the soil first. I'm just going to take them and probably run a little bit of water in a sink or in my bathtub and just set them down in there and let them absorb from the bottom, and as opposed to trying to water on the top and dislodging them. Someone on their side-by-side driving down the road. Okay, I've only got a couple more. This is the next one. I feel like this one will probably be hardy in my zone, and I'm honestly just going by the way they look, and I know you can't go by the way things look, but just based on sedums that I have owned personally that are hardy outside of my area, which is zone 6A, it kind of reminds me of my blue spruce sedum, except for it's pink. I will try to look up the varieties of all of these. I'm not just going to put them outside and be like, here you go, survival of the fittest. What I'm going to do is try to find the individual varieties and see if they're hardy here, but even if they are, they wouldn't go outside until next spring. I'm just going to grow these in my house until springtime. I hope you guys can hear me. It's been really, really windy the last few days, and I've been trying to wait until it's not quite so windy. Try not to talk during a big gust. Alright, this seems to be the last one. Okay, if you know the names of any of these, please put them in the description box because I don't really know what varieties they are. I just decided I was going to go ahead and pot them up, so I might as well show you.